Angela Merkel has performed an embarrassing U-turn on the use of the AstraZeneca jab as Germany's vaccine authority confirmed it will now be recommended to people over the age of 65. Germany's vaccine authority will recommend AstraZeneca's coronavirus vaccine for over 65s in a move that promises an easing of the supply constraints that have slowed the country's vaccine rollout. German Health Minister Jens Spahn confirmed the news, adding that a new study shows that if the interval between the first and the second AstraZeneca shots is 12 weeks, the vaccine is even more effective. The German Chancellor had previously banned the use of the Oxford vaccine for over 65s and provided second shots would be given to people within 4 weeks, moving away from the UK's 12 weeks approach. This is good news for older people who are waiting for a vaccine. They can now be vaccinated more quickly, the ministry said. We will shortly issue a regulation implementing both recommendations. Germany's vaccine program, like those of other EU member states, has been lagging dramatically behind the UK's. Only around 6% of the German population has received its first jab versus 30% for Britain. The UK has given a first vaccine to more than 20 million people, whereas Germany is languishing below 5 million. However, Germany has given 2 shots of the vaccines to a higher proportion of its population, at 2.7% versus 1.3% for Britain. Mr. Spahn said approving the AstraZeneca jab for the over 65s would dramatically speed up Germany's vaccination program. Speaking to the BBC, Carsten Watzel, head of the German Society for Immunology, urged Ms. Merkel to take the Oxford vaccine live on TV to demonstrate it is safe after she said she would not qualify for the jab under German rules. French President Emmanuel Macron caused outrage earlier this year by falsely claiming the vaccine is quasi-ineffective for those aged 65 and over. France has since U-turned and approved the jab for all age groups. The AstraZeneca vaccine will also finally be administered to people over 55 in Belgium, allowing the authorities to immediately start the anti-COVID vaccination of the elderly population, Minister of Health Frank Vandenbroek announced on Wednesday evening. A month ago, Belgium decided to initially reserve the AstraZeneca vaccine for 18 to 55-year-olds because there was no sufficient data on its effectiveness beyond this age. But recent studies in the UK and Israel have shown that it also offers people over the age of 55 good protection against illness and hospitalization linked to COVID-19, said a statement released after a meeting of all the ministers, at the federal level and the regions, responsible for health in Belgium. The ministers decided to follow the positive opinion given on Tuesday by the Superior Health Council.